All right. What's going on, peoples? It's your boy DB4, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for some more Tom Clancy's ENDWAR. Welcome back for some more ENDWAR greatness. We are here playing the solo campaign, and we are on the final mission of the Prelude to War. We are finally about to start off World War III and get this campaign going in high gear. Let's go. Straight into it.
The daring raid against Europe's key refinery at Rosenberg in the Netherlands was deemed a resounding success. Following the declaration of war on Russia, President Becerra is warning America could face attack on native soil at any moment. Accordingly, non-essential civilians have been ordered to evacuate Washington, D.C. Those remaining will face strict curfews and administration of justice by military tribunal.
All right. Let's get right into it. Act 9, Retaliation, the Prelude to War. Now, we can go right into selecting a mission. If you don't know, we are playing this on expert difficulty, as you can see. And yeah, this is the last mission. I just want to make one key point. After we finish this mission, we're going to go right into selecting our battalion, and that's probably one of the most important decisions you're going to make, other than which faction you're going to use. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video so you can know exactly what battalion we choose, because I'm not sure if that's going to be at the beginning of the next video, which is going to be the start of World War III. So yeah, stay tuned. Let's get into the mission.
Colonel Taylor, Washington, D.C.'s uplink network just went offline. Our capital is under attack. Alert your battalion and report for briefing.
All right. Here we go. Washington, D.C. is under attack. The conquest of Washington, D.C. Now, this, usually when a capital is being attacked, you have Washington, Moscow, and you have the European capital. Usually, that's a siege mission, but we're not going to get into that now. I'll explain that a little bit more when we get into the campaign. But for now, we got to defend Washington, D.C. We do have off-map supports. We have airstrikes, and we have force recon. The Europeans are going to be the attackers this time around, so let's get right into it. It's time for retaliation.
All right, Colonel. It's the Euros. They're coming in by air, launching their attack from a mobile sea base. Your mission is to secure and reboot Washington's uplink network, re-establishing electromagnetic dominance. The enemy will be trying to do the same thing, so you'll have to act fast. I don't have to tell you that Washington must be defended at all costs. President Becerra isn't even out of the city yet. Put a stop to this thing, Colonel. Mitchell out.
All right, before we start the mission, I want to get into a few strategies we can use on a mission like this. It's best to explain it because there are exactly 5 uplinks. Now, the way this works, when a person captures the majority of the uplinks, whoever gets the first of 3 uplinks, it triggers DEFCON. Now, what DEFCON is, it allows one side, the losing side, to use a weapon of mass destruction. Now, since this is the Prelude to War, it's not that dangerous, but that's a very dangerous mechanic for when you're in the campaign. So usually during these missions, I like to play real defensive and trigger DEFCON when I'm fully ready for it and prepared. Otherwise, you know, you'll trigger DEFCON when you're not ready for it, or the enemy will trigger it, and you'll just get your stronghold nuked, and then, you know, you're in a very bad position. But for now, I'll at least show you the DEFCON mechanic, because I'm not sure how often we're going to go into DEFCON during the campaign. I just want to let you guys know that. But with that being said, we're going to attempt to secure Bravo and capture Alpha and Lima. Now, if we secure Bravo, it's definitely going to trigger DEFCON. So what we're going to do, we're going to secure the area first, leave the uplink for the moment, and then when all of our units are in position around the map, then we'll go for the Bravo secure and trigger DEFCON, and then we'll start the timer for the victory. But before that, we're just going to do a lot of positioning and making sure our units are ready to go soon as we trigger DEFCON. So let's get into it. As always, we can't really change our units now. This is the very beginning. But we do have a command vehicle. This is our first piece of artillery, which is very good. Very good. And we have infantry. We have, riflemen. And we also have engineers, which is my favorite unit. We're going against Battle Group 20, the Assault Battalion. Haas Jaeger. Yeah, we're gonna wreck Jaeger. Let's go. Let's start this mission up. All right. We're gonna
Colonel
send
Taylor has logged on. Data stream
these
is
guys
secure.
to Lima. We're gonna call
Washington
in
is dark. All uplinks offline.
choppers.
We need to secure and reboot more than half the city's uplinks, Colonel.
You
Spartan
guys are
artillery
gonna
vehicles
sneak
have been
and go
deployed.
to Alpha.
Very strong at long ranges, but vulnerable to direct attacks.
And there it goes. It's explaining DEFCON. As one side approaches victory and the mission conditions becomes critical, the losing side gains emergency authorization to use WMDs and to crash an uplink. Basically, it allows you to make the stakes even again. So if I take 3 out of the 5 uplinks, it allows them to crash an uplink. That basically makes it useless, and it brings it back to 2 uplinks apiece. Or, you know, it just deletes one of my uplinks. So it can make it an even game at that point, or it can just bring it back to where, you know, I have 2 and they have 1, opposed to 3. Anyway, the WMDs are dangerous. As you can see, it's a full tactical nuke, so we have to be careful about our unit position and try not to bunch up too much. That being said, let's continue.
Crime boss here. We're running smooth.
Oh, I accidentally called in double artillery. That's not too bad, but that's risky. It's real risky because we can't really protect our artillery this early. So that might have been a misclick. That misclick might cost me some damage, but we should be okay. We should be okay for now. And I may switch my strategy just a bit. I may just secure Bravo and allow the enemy to, you know, and just keeping watch out for Alpha.
This is Hitman. All squads are good.
Because there's going to be less support over here on Alpha. You know what? I'll take Alpha because we're not going to be in position to secure Bravo just yet.
Roger, moving.
I've been trying to stay.
Crime boss here.
We'll go with the Alpha
We're running
Lima.
smooth.
See, we
Holding
could have
in
used
position.
fastbacks. We could have used the chopper for
Reinforcements are
vision.
available.
But now I think it's essential for us to get fastbacks to the front line. We'll get choppers for vision later. For now, we'll use our command vehicle as like a meat shield.
Outbound.
Check Lima. We have secured it.
Teaming up.
And we're also going to control group
This
these
is full
guys
house. All squads at the ready.
as control group 1.
Scaring.
Because we want them to be in position and be able to run and attack whenever we need them to.
Check Foxtrot. Hostiles have taken it.
Crime boss here.
All right, they have Foxtrot. Let's see what they've deployed. Let's see if we can get an eye out over there. All right, they got tanks. They got some riflemen. They got some dangerous stuff pulling up, man. Choppers coming in.
This is Hogan. Prospects ready.
All right, let's get the fastbacks rolling
Stay right here.
and
All
ready
rollers
to
ready.
pick these guys up.
This is Tactical Air Command. Your codes authenticate, and we have a clear read of the battle space.
And we'll get them over to Bravo as soon as possible.
This is Bombard. Holding that position.
This is dangerous, man. We don't have the protection we should have.
West Quadrant. Hostiles on the move. Eyes on Cheetah gunships.
The good
Use
thing
fastback
is we
IFVs
should be able to get our
transport infantry across the battlefield.
fastbacks here fast
Roger.
inside that building, quick.
Another day in the force.
And we also have some
Yes, sir.
protection.
Engage.
All right, we're gonna have to take out. Oh, they got riflemen coming in. We're gonna have
Hostiles are on
to
the
drop
move.
these riflemen
Eyes
fast.
on AMZ 26 infantry fighting vehicles.
We'll bring in some tanks to handle these guys, and these guys are gonna have to go take this building for me,
We got a
please.
kill, sir.
Yeah, our command vehicle is gonna take a beating, but as long as we can get our artillery to take out these riflemen, we're good. Well, actually, we need to airstrike these tanks.
Hostile eliminated.
You don't want these tanks taking out our transports while they're trying to get in position.
Check Unit 6. They are outmatched.
Good. We helped our trans. As soon as our transports take these guys, drop these guys off, we're gonna back them up.
Copy. Disengage.
You guys get in that building like I told you
Hostile destroyed.
to. We might need another airstrike.
Check Unit 5.
Yeah, we're gonna
Get
airstrike just to
smashed.
get them out of there.
Strike leader. Approaching
Make sure they
target.
can get in this building safely.
Center Quadrant. Hostile
Great.
neutralized.
Now we can start working on these with our artillery.
This is sleigh ride. Waiting
Perfect.
for orders.
They made it in the building. If they wouldn't have made it in this building, we would have had a hard time with this
This
front
is full
line.
house. We are one squad
But now that
down.
we made it in the building, we're
Secure
pretty
the
good.
building.
We can just pepper them from here. Actually, we're gonna call in an airstrike. On their tanks, maybe.
We got a kill, sir.
We need to take some pressure off our riflemen.
Hitman here.
It's really our only protection against other riflemen trying to take these bases.
Approaching target.
So we're gonna strike these guys so we can bring in some choppers, probably. And actually, we won't get any choppers because we have too many artillery units out. So that's a disadvantage right there. We don't get choppers, but we do get other type of supports.
Hitman here. We lost the squad.
Yeah, our riflemen are getting battered and beat bad. We're gonna have to use an airstrike. Yeah, we're gonna have to use an airstrike on these tanks
This is strike leader. Approaching target.
because our riflemen are gonna get taken out if we don't.
Check central quadrant.
Good, we
Hostile
got one.
neutralized.
Our arty should be able to
Stay right
finish them.
here. Artillery fire on our position.
Oh, really? They got their own artillery? Oh, that's deadly. We need to move
Stay
up.
right here. Waiting for order.
Yeah, we need to find their artillery. We don't have tanks either, so we have to move.
Center quadrant.
Good, we got rid of
Hostile
their...
destroyed.
This is Hitman.
Those tanks had us under pressure, but we still got
Hostiles on
artillery
the move.
knocking us down.
Eyes on cheetah gunships.
Good. They can go artillery hunting because they don't have to worry about
Engage
gunships.
hostiles. Yes, sir.
Now, the artillery don't have a visual, so we're pretty good on that front. But we have to find it. There it is. And there it is.
Hostiles are deploying. Eyes on
Let's-
EC-660 Whirlwind.
Yeah, we're going to move our tanks up. We're going to move them up and chase these artillery down. And we might even use an airstrike.
Copy. Disengage.
Yeah, we can't let this artillery survive, even if they bring in tanks.
We can't touch these guys. This is sleigh ride. We are opening fire at hostiles.
Yeah, we're literally going to chase these guys off map if we have to. And we're going to airstrike them just to be
This is
safe.
strike leader. Approaching target.
Because if we get the kill on them, we can just back our guys up back to the base.
Moving out.
Alright, we destroyed them enough. Let's get these guys back to safety.
Artillery fire on our position.
Man, the artillery,
One roller down.
okay, that makes sense. Let's get these guys fired on. Did they move up too much? Yes, they did.
All rollers ready.
Woo.
Check west quadrant. Hostile
boys.
neutralized.
Please run.
We're on it.
That was a mistake. I put you guys out of pocket.
This is sleigh ride.
Alright, we got the
Second
choppers
roller
and we
lost.
got our guys out. Great. I just need to get my artillery back. That was a misclick. I actually sent them
On
too
the
far
move,
forward.
sir.
I need them back and firing immediately. Although it wouldn't be a terrible idea to like,
Engaging hostiles.
alright, you guys stop
Roger,
here.
in position.
Oh no. Oh no, artillery run. Artillery run. Please run.
Yes, sir. Trails.
We can't fight this. We can't fight this. And we need you guys to back up. Please go get support
Copy.
from our
Disengage.
engineers. Please. You guys, we need you to send out some attack drones immediately.
Engage hostiles. Yes, sir.
Airstrikes need to come in for these
Hostiles are
guys.
taking damage.
They have their shield up, but so what? As long as we can get our artillery out, we're good. Artillery back
Yes,
all the
sir.
way up.
In transit. Stay right here. In position.
Hostiles are deploying.
Great, now artillery can
Hostiles
stop
sighted.
and start
Eyes
firing.
on Panther tanks.
You guys, please go help these guys out. Our riflemen are under pressure. We can't really make this a sustained battle. Good.
Center quadrant.
Got him.
Hostile destroyed.
This is crime boss. We're losing guard dogs.
Don't worry about the guard dogs. We want the guard dogs to attack.
Check center quadrant. Hostile destroyed.
Now, they do have tanks, and I did hear the prompt for their tanks. So,
Yes, sir. Moving.
I'm going to back up a bit until we start seeing their tanks rolling.
Artillery fire on our position.
Oh, man, that
Right,
artillery
boss,
is
here.
still out there.
We're
We
losing guard
have to
dogs.
get that artillery. You know what? I'm going to send the drones to attack their artillery as soon as I
Yes,
spot
sir.
it.
Moving.
Because drones are replaceable. Oh shit, tanks. We're in trouble.
This is Sleigh Ride.
We have to find that
Fire on
artillery.
our position.
Check Unit 6. They'll be clobbered. Incapacitated units are out of the fight and cannot
Well, we're gonna
move.
call in
All
choppers
orders
anyway.
CASEVAC automatically.
We have
West
we have
quadrant.
anti-air support.
Hostiles sighted.
So we're gonna call in
Eyes on
choppers.
marksman artillery vehicles.
Okay, we can airstrike
This is
these
Hitman.
artillery vehicles.
Artillery fire on our position.
You know what? No, let's save that for a call-in.
This is Bombard. We're
Oh
scoring.
no, the artillery is definitely killing our guys. We have to get that airstrike off before we lose vision. Our riflemen aren't gonna last.
Check Unit 4. Exiting structure.
Oh,
West
they took the
quadrant.
structure down. We're in
Hostile
trouble.
eliminated.
This is Harder.
No, we can't make it to Bravo. Make it to this cover here. Is there cover?
Yeah, make them eat it.
Make it to Alpha, please.
In motion, sir.
Disengage. Yes, sir.
Roger. Hold position.
Kill them, take them out.
Oh, we're in trouble.
Copy that. Engage. This is Harness. We're heading home.
Our riflemen are pressed.
Yeah. Keep it.
Yes, they can find
Yes,
cover
sir.
somehow.
Kill them, take them out.
Oh, they took the whole building down. We're in
This is
trouble.
Hitman.
We are
Unit
so
is out of
freaking
action.
screwed.
Requesting extraction.
Check Unit 4. I've requested extract.
This is dangerous because
Extraction. Right,
these guys can deal with our fastbacks, anti-air. Yeah, we're gonna have to move these guys out of here.
This is Bombard.
We don't have the proper protection. We need to go over here.
On the move, sir.
Should we go for the airstrike? No, we're calling in choppers. We need to clear them before infantry comes in.
We are out there.
Infantry fighting vehicle. And we have them, right? And we need some tanks too. Tanks will help us with the infantry fighting vehicles a bit. And our artillery is getting out of dodge. Perfect. Move artillery behind the engineers. And actually, you know, our artillery needs to stop and start firing, or we're going to be in big trouble.
Full house here. We are one squad down.
Check central quadrant. Hostile neutralized.
Artillery fire on our position.
You can't even see their artillery.
Engaging hostiles. Bombard here. Artillery fire on our position. This is Baskin. We're heading
Did we
home.
not call in a
Hostiles on
chopper?
the move. Eyes on cheetah gunships.
This is Boulder.
More gunships.
Let's go.
That's
Ready to
terrible.
roll.
I need vision on that artillery there.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
This is Litter.
Oh,
26s, deliver.
alright, I got vision on the artillery.
Check Unit 3. They're getting rattled.
Roger.
We're gonna have to move our tanks in.
Check Unit 3. I've requested extract.
Regardless. Please get these
Bound to
choppers.
extraction. We gotta kill, sir.
Yes.
Center quadrant. Hostile
Yes.
eliminated.
Punishment. Time to give it back. Get on.
Choppers. Yes. Do they got fastbacks coming in? Yep, they definitely do. Well, we got artillery for fastbacks, so I'm not too worried. For now,
sir.
we can have an arty party. Are those fastbacks? Yes, our tanks are right in
Hostiles
position.
in motion. Eyes on AMZ 26 infantry fighting vehicles.
Perfect. Let's back our choppers off a bit.
Cottonmouth here. All eagles flying high.
Grinders here. We're engaging now.
We're gonna kind of
Artillery
send
fire on our position.
our choppers wide
Hostiles are taking
and
hits.
go straight for these artillery units.
We're heading home. Bombard here. That is a kill.
Check Unit 4. They'll be clobbered.
Yeah, you'll be clobbered, but we got some support.
We are engaging the hostile. Center quadrant. Hostile eliminated.
Grinders here.
Alright.
Hostiles are taking damage.
Now we have this under control a little bit more. They do have choppers coming in, so maybe I should call these guys back to
Roger. On the move.
my base.
Hostile neutralized.
Perfect. We'll call these guys back too. We want to fight with the support of our engineers right now. Our engineers are our stronghold. Back off a bit, and then we'll take this fight. Oh no, even better. We can call in some fastbacks. Now we should be secure.
Cottonmouth here. Destination reached,
If they
sir.
do send up some riflemen, we have the artillery. Whoa. If they send up riflemen, we do have the artillery to fight back.
Let's do this thing.
So I'm not too worried about that.
Engage hostiles. Copy.
Yeah, they got a lot of choppers coming in.
Waiting for orders.
Glad I got the fast back dropping.
Center quadrant. Hostile eliminated.
Now, it is worth it to kill these units off, especially when you start the campaign, because it just makes your opponents a little weaker when you face them again during the campaign later on. Because you do face certain commanders more than once, and it makes sense to kill their units off, because the next time you face them, they'll have rookies opposed to veteran and hardened units. And let's back our choppers off a bit. Let's get our fastbacks up to take their place. And watch our engineers go to work.
You're one squad down.
Alright, our choppers can actually get on the chase.
Affirmative. Engage.
Our fastbacks can come and take this position over here. We lost this structure due to artillery. I didn't see the artillery way over there in the corner. That was a clever play. Alright, they look like they
Cottonmouth
evacuating, so we're
Got
pretty
some
good.
cracked windshields.
Affirmative.
Let's bombard. Oh no, they got the
West
new choppers
quadrant.
out. You guys
Hostiles are
stop
on the
moving.
move. Eyes on cheetah gun kits.
And you guys back up.
Copy. Moving.
And we got a clean airstrike for them.
showing green.
Pack fuel here. We're in position. Disengage. Yes, sir.
This is Cottonmouth.
Yep, bring them to
Position
us.
and holding. Roger. We'll engage.
There we go.
Yo, when do we get to
This is
And we got a clean airstrike.
Approaching target.
Yeah, you're not gonna escape this time. Woo.
This is pack fuel. In position and holding.
Yeah, they keep calling choppers in. They're not gonna never break this front line with choppers. I got 2 hard counters over here, plus I have the equivalent.
Roger.
See, look, they might win the head-up battle. Like, they're winning against my choppers in a way, but there's 2 units that they're not even attacking and that they have a disadvantage against, so they're going to get shredded every single time they attempt to do something like this.
West quadrant. Hostile eliminated.
There we go. Full annihilation. There we go. Let's airstrike their unit.
Cottonmouth here.
Oh, we didn't do it in time. Oh, man, we didn't do it in time.
Washington Network is back online. Mission accomplished.
Mitchell here. If that's the kind of war they want, that's the kind of war they're gonna get. To hell with stage deployments. I'm ordering every battalion in the Joint Strike Force to be combat ready within 48 hours. I hear Paris is lovely this time of year.
All right, all right, all right. I didn't get a chance to call in the airdrop and make it look super cool. All right, we got a B for that. We lost a few units. You know, they did take our riflemen out, and they managed to get a couple of our fastbacks. They did a lot, but all of our units did survive. We did get 7 promotions. But yeah, that was a hard-fought battle. It was tough. We have another famous quote here. I'm about to say successful quote. I don't know how successful it was, but it's here. Let's keep going. Oh, let's look at the details real quick. I'll show you the details. These are the promotions. This guy, oh man, he held us down. These artillery pieces, though, were the stars of the show with the engineer Full House. He held the fort. Hitman did his thing. You know, he was bombarded by armor, artillery. He held that building to the very end. They weren't able to get any infantry anywhere near Alpha. He held it up against choppers and everything. That was a legendary unit for me. Let's go. Now, this is what I was talking about. They don't give you any time or any chance to, catch a breather. You go right into selecting your battalion. Now, what this is, each battalion is slightly different. As you can see, if you read the top, the 15th Special Operations Battalion, they get a buff of 10% rifleman damage and -5 HP. It's not always a negative and a positive. Sometimes it's just a little positive. Sometimes it's real positive with a negative. These get minus rifleman damage, but they get plus 10% HP. The airborne battalion We have 2 airbornes. We have some mechanized, you know, plus 10% transport damage, minus 5% HP. Mechanized plus 10% engineer HP. I really like this mechanized, but I don't want to be stuck with, you know what, honestly, it's between, I'm going to choose between the mechanized and the tactical pieces. The only thing about the mechanized is it only has 2 choppers, and I really like to use choppers for hit and run missions and for scouting, so only having 2 choppers that can level up past, you know, a rookie status is gonna be real tough for me. One thing I'm not too mad at, if you look at the armor, it's a little more tank heavy and artillery heavy. Everything else is pretty balanced, but it still only has 2 choppers. I really like the choppers for scouting, enemy positioning, and they do great at hit and runs. You gotta seek out that artillery, or you're definitely gonna have a hard time on these maps. So choppers are my favorite unit. I'm not gonna go with the airborne though. I'm probably gonna play with the tactical. Now the tactical only has 1 fastback unit, but that's not too bad. I don't usually call in more than 1 fastback at a time. I usually let the fastback double as anti-air and a transport, because it usually only do transport once or twice throughout an entire mission, depends on how long it is. And on top of that, I can just have the unit walk, and I can also get anti-air from our command vehicle, which we're going to use a lot of, and you know, units like this and the choppers. So we don't always need more than 1 fastback is what I'm trying to say. If we're going up against an airborne commander, then we might be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but we can make up for it with force recon and things like that. So I've decided already we're going to go with the 22nd Tactical, or we're actually going to go with the Command Vehicle HP here, because we're going to put our Command Vehicle on the front line a lot, and it's going to be absorbing a lot of damage for us, so we want it to be as healthy as possible. So let's go with the 3rd Tactical. Now the World War III rules, you can read this. It says you can only fight 1 battle per turn, but the mission you fight will influence the whole campaign, so choose your missions carefully. Defeating higher ranked enemies give you a boost to your allies on the front line. I'll explain what that is in the next video, the front line mechanic. Raiding enemy bases, which have this icon, cuts off their mission supports for the next 3 turns. That's basically their force recon and their airstrikes. If you take one of these territories, they can't use those territories. They can't use those off-map supports for the next 3 turns, and that's very crucial. Then it's the Conquest. If you want to conquer a city, you have to do a conquest, an assault, and a siege. So in order to take a capital, you have to do all 3 things. It's 3 rounds to take 1 capital. You have to do a conquest, an assault, and a siege, and then you get the capital. And that's all the same map. So that's why capitals are real hard to take. But we'll get into a lot more of the strategies, the mechanics, and what you can do opposed to what you can't do per turn next time. This time, we just wanted to do the last mission of the Prelude to War, actually start World War III and pick our battalion. And yeah, that's about it.
Colonel Kim, nice to see you. The 3rd Tactical has been assigned to the North Atlantic theater of this conflict. Accordingly, you are authorized to log on to this strategic display at any time to view the progress of our war effort and to make deployment recommendations. Let's take a look at what we've got going this week. Things went our way on the home front.
Though the new Commonwealth has declared neutrality, it is agreeing to let European forces defend uplink sites built in the UK and Ireland before Europe federated in 2018.
All right, there we have it. World War III has officially kicked off. We are in turn 1 at the Situation Room. Now, there's a lot more tabs and things over here. I will explain all of that in the next mission. That'll be the official start to the series. You know, the Prelude to War is basically the tutorial, and it's a great introduction to ENDWAR as a whole. But yeah, next episode, we're going to get into round 1 of World War III. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I appreciate everybody for watching the videos. I appreciate all the support. And with that being said, it's your boy DB4, and I'm out.